post new videos every Wednesday, and my sister Maddie posts videos every Sunday. So today I'm going to be doing a little life update video, kind of why I haven't really been posting. I was thinking about this last night because I did not post a video on Wednesday. I have a bunch of footage from our vacation that I need to edit and then voice over, and I just haven't had the motivation to do that yet, so I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. While I do, I'm going to be straightening my hair. Hold on, we're gonna be like jump scared for a minute here. Get some hair brushing sounds in there. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of get into it. I'll give a little bit of backstory in case you don't know. I am a stay-at-home mom to a 2-year-old little boy, and if you are a parent, you know, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm just finally, like, coming back to myself. Like, I didn't have, like, postpartum depression. I had really bad postpartum anxiety, though, and also just, like, feeling, I don't know, like, just postpartum, the whole, I don't know, postpartum in general is just so weird, I guess, and you feel like a different person. For me, like, especially because this was my first child, I just felt like my life completely changed. So the past few weeks, honestly, ever since we came back from vacation, I have just been kind of, also, like, sorry if I don't straighten my hair the best way. I also ran out of heat protectant, so I don't have that. So also sorry about that. But anyways, I have just been feeling weird, like in a weird place, stuck, kind of. And I don't even know how to, like, put it into words. I don't like relying on someone else financially. My son's dad and I have been together for almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years next month. We love each other very much, and he wanted me to be a stay-at-home mom, and I love being a stay-at-home mom. I worked in childcare before I had my son. I was a nanny, and then I worked in a daycare, and I loved it. I love childcare. I learned so much. I'm confident in my parenting skills, and I was confident in my parenting skills before I had my son. son. But I think a lot about when our son starts school. He's only 2 years old right now, but when he goes to preschool in like 2 years, what happens then? And it's just so I have been looking for jobs literally in so many different like occupations. I have applied. So I started thinking about jobs before I went on vacation, and while I was on vacation, the local coffee shop in my town posted that they were hiring. They posted it like the second or third day we were on vacation, and I was like, oh, this would be a really great place to work. A lot of days they're only open until 2. They're never open on Sundays. They're only open until 2 on Saturdays. And I was like, okay, this would be a really great place for me to work. But they didn't have any like online applications or anything. But in the post, they said, message us if you're stopping for an application, or message us for details. So I sent them a message and I told them I was interested in applying, but I was out of town. And they were like, okay, just when you get home, stop in and pick up an application. And I was like, okay, I guess. So then we were gone like the rest of the week. And when we got home, I went and I picked up an application. And the day after I picked up the application, they posted that they were fully staffed. So they definitely already had all of their staff hired when I picked up an application. And then a local bank in my town, a bank in my town, has a sign out that they're hiring. And so I stopped in and asked for an application, and they told me just to apply online. So I did, and I haven't heard anything back from them. That was, would that have been Monday? I'm not even sure what day that would have been. It would have been early this week. I think it might have been Monday. So yeah, I haven't even heard back from them. And I've applied at a couple other places. I've even looked in like factories, which like, I don't know, feels like not me, but I just want to make money and like be out of the house. So I didn't apply at any factories because everyone that I looked at, they were like second or third shift, and that just isn't gonna work for me, because then I would work second or third shift and then be a stay-at-home mom during the day, which is be miserable, I think. Or like, so all of the son and I love him dearly, so. But yeah, I am really excited for this. I know there's a lot of people there that I don't know. If you work in a daycare, you might know that the turnover rate is pretty crazy because the pay is not great. And the workload can be a lot. But I'm really excited for this. I'm hoping that this just gives me an opportunity